Orders to raise the bar higher. Happy New Year 2026.
Right. That is the address officially. And now, tusigaze dashikasi nyinyo, it will dive us straight into the discussion. First things first, you mentioned some of the things. Ebile take the music where you got over the entertainment industry to decline. Omoli drugs, lame excuses, fake confidence, etc. etc. There is a new shift in the industry. Back in the day, I think you're one of those artists, Ebala will performing that, and yet right now the new shift has been, the bars have been responsible for bringing in international artists. We are slowly not seeing outdoor events, big outdoor events, as a platform for artists to showcase. There is a decline on that side. Sibani Evakuchi. I don't know if it's a new shift that you've observed, but basically what does this mean to the entire creative and entertainment industry if there is a shrinking space for platforms to showcase young talent?
Thank you very much, Ochiwoliza. You're asking the right question at the right time. Now, because of the quality of music and quality of artists dropping, it is difficult for big investors to continue investing big. So now, people who used to invest to do a big concert in Lugogo, you're bringing about half a billion, 500 million shillings, okay? Then you announce Gokuteko Bar, you're going to announce Sudodo, you're going to announce Soloboka. So, when you announce those songs, I am 100% very sure that you will get a loss. Yesterday, I did Oyogera, but I told you last time, Nebagamba churches are taking more people now. People are opting to go to church on 31st than for concerts. And I think again, proof was done seen yesterday. If there was good quality music, because tables was booking, so it's difficult to, it should not be difficult for us to say the truth. Quality of music is same. Mwenna mudende abachiwakanya abadala okudiscussinga mudeyo police enyaze twakola, compare the songs every year, compare the listing to mwaka guno 2019 season, 2020 season, 2021 up to now. You will definitely agree with me that the quality has gone berserk. So that has affected the events. It will affect, because now you find that events are happening in bars instead of outdoor auditoriums or stadiums. So, which means that music is meant for bars. So what is going to happen? Also, the artist who was being paid 3 million is now going to be paid 1 million. Then Ojakwe Sanganga, a church favoring DJs. Yesterday I did Oyogera next to it. Now the DJs are going to go to 5 million, while artists are going to go to 2 million and 1 million. That's where it's headed. But it's all because of the quality of music. I tell you what quality of music is known. Now we can you both feeling impelled. Okay? I will still refer you to Bebe, to Chameleon, to Joshua Baraka, to Elijah Chitaka. You get it, to Mr. Semakula. You get it? There's a way you feel as an artist at a bar. No. Even the promoters will never take you to a bar. You get it? So, I think that's where the issue is.
Bebe, Oloza, politics are affecting the industry.
Politics will always affect anything, but it depends. Of course, I am affecting it positively, not negatively. Ekyokugamba nti on individual artists nti oba abantu ne bakyawoona oba ne bakyawooli, that's expected and understandable, but not politics tasobola affecting the type of songs that we do. The type of songs that we do are as an outcome of the four witnesses it is created there. And PCB, Zidya, because people are using a lot of drugs, they were chatting, back Ebintu, then nemfananaiza abayimbi nezifa kwegamba n'olabira ddala nawe omuyimbi omutunuulira tosaana muwa miliyoni 4 oba 5 wekitegeera because yasuza anywedde omwenge atamidde afaananamu so all that crap.
So Bebe, you talked about musicians not having music that can be played for a long time. But if we talk about this music thing, we cannot only blame the artists. There are writers, there are producers, there are different people that are included in the whole song. So if we are to say the artist as an artist has released the song, and the song doesn't really sound like it is supposed to be sounding, can you take back the blame to the producers and the writers?
No, you can't take the blame to a producer, you can't take the blame to a writer. The choice is for the artist. When they present for you a song, it's either you say, yes, I like it, or not. And I'm not saying don't sing those songs, but sing a few, but go back to we know music. That's why, and I advise you, that's why the likes of Bebe and Chameleon are going to stay for long. When you go back and listen to Jose Chameleon's music, why do you think he's still Jose Chameleon? Because of quality music, because of sense in the music. And that is what I fear, that all artists, like 70-80% of the new era artists, are going to fail. Because first of all, bonna batunudde maaso tewali atunudde mabega gyava, naye mabega gyova waliyo abajja kati bagenda kusanga nga ebiyimba byo byavaako dda ate nga nawe olina okuvaawo kubanga bwena music gwewakola takutte yakwata wansi ku mirandira so bakugyewo mangu. That's why you see mwe mubeera mubuuza abayimbi nga bavaako mangu. That's the reason.
Oyogedde ku 4 weaknesses mwe mulina okugamba nti banafu abayimbi. Are you saying nti banafu in branding, banafu obwongo tebayiiya, creativity, oba
obunafu? Nkwadde example negamba nti ku myaka egyo gyennyini nga ndi 23 nze nalinya baasi nengenda e Kenya nenwana nenoonya studio nenoonya abaakabi nenkola nabo netukola paka we nafuuka Bebe ne Kamili najja ne mubeezaayo ne tudda. That is effort. Naye omuyimbi wano akeera nagenda emakindye mu ka studio nakola oluyimba nagenda mu ndomo n'awaayo n'alimba. How? Joshua Siba kayiira ssente bwe nalinya nagenda ku nnyonyi ogenda okumulaba nga alina producer gwasanze banyigananga n'avaayo n'agenda e Germany n'akola kino. Oba okitegeera success tesobola kusanga mbu wakubye kayimba mu studio nebiggwa. No, success comes with a lot of things. Banaye competing, we outcompeted ourselves, and even up to now we are tuchakwata kagwa race agenda maso. So me, when I look at the artists elambasanga and I wonder nengamba kakati ono mugambeji, but I keep giving advice and saying there is no success, there is no comfort mu mirimu gyetukola. Oba oli wa banka, oba oli musomesa, banaye osigala okyagatta oyiiya okyasindika. Okitegeera? That's why songs weta omuyimbi ojja kwesanga ng'omuyimbi akoze ki ng'agudde.
We have just, I think, 3 or 4 minutes to wrap up. I don't know, time might not allow us to open the floor to the members of the press, but let me just, the last 2 questions. These are purely about government policy. This year we saw government's commitment to the creative sector. We are towards 6 billion. Government gave us 66 billion in the national budget, which was a good thing for the industry. Naye sikiwangu n'abayimbi bafunye sente zino. Gwenga ali so close to the corridor of power, maybe you can give us an update on where that money is, how can the artists access that money. Secondly, when we were entering the year 2025, the president announced that yali atuwadde ekirabo ekya copyright management system. Guweddeko tetumanyi update. Kati gwe ng'alinaanye omukulu, kindly sokotwe update y'essente ezafulumira mu budget the copyright law management system.
Kansooke ku kye bayita kye muyita copyright management system. Ebyo ebintu omuntu yabayo naye bagamba omuyimbi oyo ayogera ebintu byatategeera.
Are you saying nti buli wajja
kubanga ekintu kye bayita copyright management system tikiriyo mu nsi. We are amending the copyright law. And amending the copyright law bwe tukimala ogyamendeera tugamba twali eggulu, we discuss those issues eggulu ne tugamba tunoonye system esobola okutrackinga music. It doesn't track copyright. The technology only tracks your music to see where did your song play, how many times it played, and can you get paid this much. So those two things are totally different. But anyway, now again, that technology requires a lot of things. It requires hardware, because I came up with that factor tree. If you go on the internet and remember when Nabagambanga over 10-15 years ago, I created what I call a factor tree. Factor tree ye government of solving in connections. Mandates is a music, is entertainment, there are 9 domains. Remember, I'm a member in the UNCC. Entertainment industry have 9 domains. Domains is omwenda zigwa in different ministries. Okay? Naye amateeka okukyusa etteeka lya copyright lino wabbali. Kitegeeza olina okugenda mu mandate eri mu ministry ya gender, omala ogende mu ICT, omala ogende mu URA because be bakwasaganya emisolo, omala ogende mu education, omala ogende mu gundi kyendala. So okusobola okukwasaganya all those entities ne ziba nga totataganyiza government bwekola, because bw'oba okyusa etteeka limu mu music li affecting and collecting y'essente mu URA. Kati wa URA ye dijja kugamba ti no nze temunsumbuwa nze collectinga ki musolo sokondage bwe mbanga omusolo guno bwe munchumbua guno nesigufuna ngenda kufunira wa. So boyina okuddayo n'olaga wa URA wagenda okufunira. Nojja ku kyempisa culture, okay? Nojja mu ministry ne bateekawo amateeka. Kati hiyo gundi yaleta Computer Misuse Act, okay? Enyimba ezivuma ebyo byonna bijjamu ziwemula. So okwamendinga copyright nga yo, it is its own side. Then okola system eri technology oyo nakyo kirala. So technology oyo government mzeigwe project yagikwasa omukyala ku Okelo House bamuyita Shiba, era most of the time ali mukola ne Joel. I personally nali ninda kalubuka gwe ndyoke nkwate nende mu office abwe babakkiriza tekewo kamera bawe factor tree anenda we nali njiyiza, because government okuteeka ekintu mu nkola just kwe kyewetaka kugiraga waweefunira is abantu bayo bafunye banafunira wa then n'emisolo gyenaafuna. So nze mu kusolvinga ekyange natunuulira nnyo okulaba nti ne malanda ga government nti mufiirwa over 200 billion every year. They will jump in.
So we talked about the technology being too much, but the whole time we've been talking about the list, we've not talked about musicians learning how to use the digital platform.
Until that is what I call laziness. Because I gave an example, the government, during our times, we didn't have those social media platforms. Naye twagendanga analog noba okutwala oluyimba eggulu olutwalayo olinya tax n'otwala physically analog board. But today there is platforms where you can use to distribute music. But artists are very lazy. Actually, that's why you find managers very, very tough on artists. Because you find an artist cannot even go down on their phone and write down radios or search radios in Kenya, get into their DMs and send their music. They can't. No sangambo muntu abeera awo. Joshua Baraka juzi last year he organized a gig. Yaja na namba, I'm going to organize a gig. Nemugamba, okay, cool. But I'm going to put it in this place. I take a mugolo. Nandaga app. Yachingamba kusawa nyangu macha. Trying to shoot a video. Nanga there's this app I'm going to put in, but by 6 tickets zijaba ziweddewo.
Bebe kula amasengeti gatuse. Let's just cross over tubaleke bagende maaso then naffe tugende maaso wano ku mutimbagano. Katuleke abamasengete batambuze
Tubakwasa akati.
Tubakwasa akati. Yes, you can continue.
Yes. So aina app ku simu. People just bateka your word. Today I'll be hosting a concert at this place. Guys just book and say book. But most of the time there some gigs abana batoze bakola. No gamba yi enonga sajira bekowe bajiranga na enge judde. So young artists are not being creative enough or hardworking enough. Okubanti ateri bintu ebiri naye tebabikola ki? They're not using them. So you find that is what some of the main reasons why they are sliding backwards.
Ekisembayo ekyasente kabaka basoma mu budget omuyimbi zimutuukako ziki?
Esente Kenzo ogamba nti esente ezo si z'abayimbi bokka. Esente ezo zirina okuba nga zigwa mu 9 domains. Domain y'abayimbi, domain y'abamizannyo, domain y'abakubi b'ebifaananyi, oba okitegeera. Kakati bwe ziba nga z'abayimbi bokka, it depends on zasabibwa zitya. Zasabibwa nga zakuwa abayimbi mu SACCOs, abayimbi zibatukeko mu kinoomu, oba zasabibwa kola projects z'abayimbi. So at the moment, Ministry of Gender yafuna sente ezo neziteeka nawulidde ba habitats bakayana ba promoters kuba nabo balina okufunako ku sente ezo. Ministry is take up yesterday I hear oba ku bigundi za military SACCOs kati ba promoters ne baba nga batya okugendayo okugyayo sente. So I don't know surely what the money was made for, but as long as it is in SACCO money, then it is supposed to be borrowed by artists and used by artists. Indirectly, President wants to support artists or the creative sector financially.
All right, thank you so much. We'll be cool member in your press. Lwaki? Oh, okay. Ebintu.
Okay. Amanya bampita Ibra. Rastanze ekibuzo kyange kigenda kuddayo ku Bebe list. Ku bantu bonna b'osomye Eddy taliko ku list. Eddy Kenzo. Why this time round tabaddeko ku list yo ate nga akoze?
Now, no list. Yeah, it's my opinion. And those are the people, according to my opinion, who worked.
Oluyimba kulowoozaako nga lukoze.
Don't take a list you. This guy, no list yani, ya Bebe cool, and it's my opinion. So everyone has their opinion, and anyone can. Mbalabi mukoze discussions list is it's okay. You can give, but in a Bebe cool opinion yani, ya Bebe.
And at Bebe cool, we've also seen some young people that have been doing good music, maybe to their fellow young people and TikTok, the likes of Tojo 256. but we've not seen you, or I would not have you talk about them anywhere.
The likes of?
Tojo, Sean, I'm sure people here have maybe heard about them. They've done good music, but in the bar, it has been doing well, and on TikTok. So they've not appeared on your list. Does that mean that they need to work more to get more visibility?
Yeah, they really need to work more, because I don't know them. You get it? It's not that on my list, I only will put one songs that I know and you know. So now, for those artists you're talking about, you know them, I don't know them. Or you know their songs, I don't know their songs. And then also, if you look in my list, I think if you go around on, other lists done by radios, TVs, you'd find that 90% of my choices are also everywhere else. Okay.
Good evening to everyone. Amani abantu Abe, Misterio cha mu Uganda. Ekibuzo kyange Bebe. Well, tulaba list eno ebaddewo for quite some time. Omuyimbi asobola okwebuuza ye nga Elijah Kitaka gw'osiimye gwe number 1 afunye atya mu list yo?
List eno okugifunamu because of the moral authority that I have as a legend. The longevity, the trust in number. When Violent Elijah Kitaka is good, the public will agree and it will receive Elijah Kitaka well. So, what you have from so that engeri China awards omuntu abenga emirimu gye emirungi gisobola okusiimibwa in that way by legends supporting and telling people, oh guys, you know what? This is a good artist. That is how best I contribute to the music industry.
Then my last question is, more speech Joe Wade or studio yo. Well, unfortunately, Joe Tali, which was the president here was at the studio. So Yamanya, what happened?
naye okukibuuza ekibuuzo ekyo mwenna muli bankwe. Kuba president bwe yabuuza temwavayo mugamba nti studio gyeri. Mwenna waliwo atamanyi studio ezo? Waliwo atagimanyi? Efulumya dde ennyimba nga tebakolerayo. I can mention a list of artists abasukka 70 about recording it up more Gagame studio. But Bonna Spice Diana Bani. But the issue is, Teba mentioning about recording it there Mugagame studio. Kubanza Sibavera Conti, I take a Cologia Gagame studio. Take a coach. No, I don't do that. I don't. I tell you, you must understand. The studio Tealia Kayola. Kayola Edimengo, President Diakola State House. Ewa Dr. T. Kayola Eno. Yali aba high-end Ugandan artists. Abanonya technology wawa guru. Atera, they have used it. Chameleon has been there. People do record from there. Watch again.
Okay, just as separate.
We can have like three.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'm going to pass the mic.
Yes, thank you so much for this time. My name is Bomdigidi, representing BTM, and I'm a journalist. Now, I understand you have been doing this list for quite a long time. And now, I'm just wondering, why aren't we having the Gargamel Music Crew in this list? Because you have all that it takes to have these guys be on this list. As you motivate others who have done from somewhere else, you've done it before. Why?
I'll answer that quickly. Gargamel doesn't have artists nowadays. And secondly, even if it did have artists, if they don't sing and do well, they will not be on. You've had many years when I'm not on the list. I myself.
But you've got the knowledge of all what it takes to be the best. Why don't you give us more of those?
Yeah, because I don't think that that's what I'm chasing for. I'm not chasing to be on Bebe list. Always again. But the issue, maybe you ask me, why don't I have artists?
Yeah.
Why aren't I are supporting or picking on artists to promote.
In
Okay? In Gargamel.
Yeah.
I think I did that for so long. And you all know the artists that I had in Gargamel records. I found out that artists are not easy people to deal with. I had a very big headache. Invested a lot of money. I had arguments where people were saying that why doesn't Bebe put that money that he put in break the chains? Let me say this openly. Namwe musokwata sente zammwe mugezeko muziteekeko mu bayimbi muzirabe kubanga teri kirumya mutwe nga bayimbi naddala abayimbi abato bw'avaayo n'omuteekamu sente ofuna ekizibu kimu.
How do the Don Jazzies do it?
Yeah, that's why they are no longer doing it. That's why they are selling their companies to other bigger. You see, most of the things you people keep hearing, they are hearsay things. But do you know, if you go on the internet and research the right stories of what has happened between Don Jazzy and so many other artists, it's a lot of trouble. So, for me as Bebe, if I get a very talented artist, or a talented artist, actually what I would look for now in an artist is behavior. And then I shape the art. I'm not going to look for a talent. Because one of the things that have messed that issue has been a Fuka problem. Remember very well when I spoke about the Rema issue. I think you've seen those numbers of artists that I brought up. Do you know how long it took me to build that brand of Rema? And do you know what my target was? Oh, I will give you an example. I had a girl who sings like an angel, Edith K. Do you know what happened? I had Edith K 2 times. I gave her a second chance. And we went to studio, we recorded 7 songs. And we went and recorded 2 videos. On the day of the second video, that's when I found out that she was pregnant. Which is not bad for her, but bad for business. Because how then was she going to push the album that I was trying to push when she's pregnant for 9 months? After 9 months, the songs were dead. And then I even told Ronnie, you give her the music, let her take that. It's okay. But do you know how much money I put in? So, when you find an artist, I had taken 2 twins. There are some twins I had taken. I rented an apartment for 2 years. I ordered for a car. I gave them a manager. They were living in Chanjadea. And to my surprise, they started sending me messages telling me about their right as artists. We have a right to get a salary. Give us a salary. I sent them to studio with producers and I asked them, just do me 5 songs and we'll look for a hit. For a whole year, free studio is mine. For a whole year, I only got 2 samples of songs from them, half-baked. So when you wake up in the morning and start blaming big stars for not being the Don Jazzies, try being the Don Jazzy yourself. Then you'll understand what it means.
What happened to Tategera this year?
Tategera this year I couldn't do it because I was busy with the campaigns and personally I was fatigued. So I couldn't just bring artists and then I don't be part of it myself.
Thank you so much. We come to the end of this press release of the Bebe list. The official list has been already distributed on the social media platform. It's live on Facebook, I think, and all the other platforms. So you can go up there and check out all the songs plus what he mentioned from each of the songs out there. I've been working with and Tifa, and from all of us here, have a good evening and Happy New Year.
Thank you.